Namaskar. In the previous video, we discussed about very fundamental part about these armed revolutionaries. So here we are going to focus on the first armed revolution that is carried out by a great freedom fighter, Vasudev Balvant Phadke. So what was basic idea? The thing that this is actually some theory put forward by Britishers that a person who is getting English education, keep in mind a person who is getting English education, person is reading out English newspapers and having government job, obviously under British government, will be loyal to British government. It is an asset of British government that Indians should involve in such services. So as everybody, obviously at that time also and today's also, that everybody is intended to get a permanent job which was given by government. If person wants to join government job, then obviously person must have English education, and English newspaper reading is plus side. So if these things are happening, then person should be considered as loyal to British government, or person should remain loyal to British government. You are aware that Lord Macaulay, some people are saying Macaulay, but the spelling pronounces as Lord Macaulay, is the designer of this type of education system, that we have to develop clerks in India. The clerk will help to administer the Indian, that East India Company, or rather than that British government in India. So they were not ready that this education will be helpful for developing higher level officers in defense or anywhere. Their interest was maximum to get clerk in administrative work. So according to that theory at that time, particularly after 1818, many people, many Indians were started joining government services. After 1857 revolt, that is in 1858, Queen declared also that we are going to participate, Indians, in the administrative services. We got opportunity to join. At that time it was called as ICS. So Indian person can become ICS officer. Like that things were given, but it was not actually that fair competition for Indian to get selected. But however, Indians were getting very good opportunity in the clerical system, particularly those who were learned at that time in English language. So they were getting this type of boost. So one such person was Vasudeo Balvant Phadke. Basically he was from Maharashtra. There is Raigad district in Maharashtra. At that time it was called as Kulabha, but now it is renamed as Raigad district, where small village is there. You can check out from Mumbai. It's in nearby Panvel, some 11 kilometers away from Panvel, having name as Shirdhond. So he was from that place, and then he got government job at Pune. He was very brilliant. He studied out and he got job. Then he was in contact with another great person from Pune named G.V. Joshi. He started an organization that is called as Sarvajanik Sabha. Sarvajanik means public. So Sarvajanik Sabha, it's sort of public congress he started, and then he means G.V. Joshi. And in Pune, you are aware that only names are not there. Names are having some title, subtitle, like that thing. So for example, if you are going to Pune, it is not only Hanuman temple. That Hanuman temple is also having name. So for example, Patrya Maruti. This is name of temple. So like that, this person, now some elderly person is called as Kaka, Chacha, Mama, something like that. So this person is called as Kaka. But which Kaka? He was running an organization, Sarvajanik Sabha, so he is famous as Sarvajanik Kaka. So, G.V. Joshi, that means Sarvajanik Kaka. Vasudeo Balvant Phadke started attending sessions of Sarvajanik Kaka. Then, himself, he started delivering lectures. But he realized that this work is not sufficient. Why? Because people are coming, they are realizing the problem, but nobody is ready to solve the issue. That is the British rule. And then Vasudeo Balvant Phadke decided to make revolt. He left the government job. He built an organization with common man. At that time they were called as Ramoshi. So Daulatrao Ramoshi is name of person. In the Satara district, there is a place that is called as Vardhangad. Near a city in Satara that is called as Koregaon. This fort is there, Vardhangad. So from there, this Daulatrao Ramoshi, he joined Vasudeo Balvant Phadke. And Vasudeo Balvant Phadke now decided to make revolt against Britishers. As we discussed in previous lecture, that what was the idea? Like Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj started his early career from Pune district, and later on Maratha Empire spread throughout 2/3 portion of India. At that time it was described as from Attock to Cuttack. So Attock, today it is city in Pakistan. At that time it was considered as border of Afghanistan from Pakistan, and Cuttack, you are aware of the city in India. Even Peshawar was part of Maratha Empire at that time. So Vasudeo Balvant Phadke was impressed by the great work of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, and then he decided to start his work from Pune. But initially they wanted wealth, because without wealth we can't start this type of work. Tremendous wealth is required, and therefore these people, means Vasudeo Balvant Phadke and their colleagues, started sacking out particularly money lenders. They were towards Britishers' side. They started sacking out them, and revolt spread out. It was the thing that nearby Pune, various places were sacked out. These rich people were sacked out. Wealth was accumulated. From that wealth, they started purchasing weapons. That weapons were literally needed for further action. And then on one fine day, a village near Uran is very close to Mumbai. By sea route, it is very close to Mumbai, and a village near Mumbai was sacked out, that is near Uran. And then it was terrific, dangerous sign for Britishers. So twice it was dangerous sign. Number one, Mumbai was main trade center of the British Empire at that time. And the alarming situation that Vasudeo Balvant Phadke arrived near Uran. Second important thing, it is actually, we can say, attack on the principle. What was that principle? English educated, English newspaper reader, and having government job will be loyal to Britishers. But no, this fellow revolted, and finally they called some great officer named as Daniel. Daniel was well expert in Indiology, or rather we can say reading out minds of Indian. We are such people that for small amount of money also, we were not remaining loyal to Britishers, not remaining loyal to Indians. Many times this happened, not always, but many times this happened. Say when we are talking of Jallianwala Bagh, it is right that Jallianwala Bagh, that General Dyer ordered to shoot. But to whom he ordered? The soldiers were Indian, but they shoot our own brothers. British, they were ruling over India with help of Indians only. So same thing happened. Daniel published posters in Pune indicating the person is Vasudeo Balvant Phadke. It was identified that the person behind it was Vasudeo Balvant Phadke. And if you are giving any information, true information about this person, then British government and help to arrest him, then British government will give 10,000 rupees cash prize to that person. So this was fantastic thing carried out by Daniel in order to arrest Vasudeo Balvant Phadke. Whereas within few days there were posters in Pune indicating this is Daniel, and if you are giving if you are giving the head of Daniel to me, I will give you 25,000 rupees cash. Vasudeo Balvant Phadke. So this way war was there between Vasudeo Balvant Phadke and Britishers, but ultimately British power was throughout the India. They managed to kill Daulatrao Ramoshi. Henceforth, the power of Vasudeo Balvant Phadke got weakened, and within next 2 years, he was arrested. He was taken to court. Very unfortunate. At that time, people were considering that taking photograph is something offensive thing. This is not something like today, that we want selfie, I want photograph at this occasion, that occasion. But Britishers took photograph as per their rule. And then Vasudeo Balvant Phadke is looking towards that photographer with anger. That's why you will see always his photograph in angry mood. Whereas Sarvajanik Kaka, G.V. Joshi, decided to fight the case of Vasudeo Balvant Phadke in the court. However, Vasudeo Balvant Phadke refused to speak anything against Britishers. He was saying that you are not judge, we are Indians. How Britishers can give justice to Indians? And then obviously with the great work of Vasudeo Balvant Phadke, Britishers decided to give him good punishment, that is lifetime imprisonment. But not in India. He was taken to Aden. Just scroll out world map, find out where is Aden. Why Vasudeo Balvant Phadke was taken to Aden? The thing is that Pune, Mumbai, everything at that time was considered under Bombay province. Aden was also part of Bombay province at that time. And therefore, he was taken to Aden, away from India. And he was kept in the jail at Aden. But Vasudeo Balvant Phadke was a great person. On one fine day, he managed to escape from jail of Aden and ran away. Unfortunate. Aden is in Arabistan, that is Arabian subcontinent. Muslims were there. This Vasudeo Balvant Phadke was aware that Muslims are speaking out Urdu, and Vasudeo Balvant Phadke was able to speak Urdu. So he started communicating with these Arabs in Urdu language. Very unfortunate, but Arabs are not having their language as Urdu. They are speaking Arabic language. So they were not able to get what Vasudeo Balvant Phadke is saying. Only in India, Muslims are India and Pakistan somewhat region, that means Indian subcontinent, these Muslims are speaking Urdu. Urdu is not actually a language. It is considered as only a camp, language of camp. So it is actually words from Turkey, Persian and Arabic languages supported by Hindi words. So like that Urdu, that is mixture. So pure Arab was not able to get what the person is saying. Even you can check out, there are videos on YouTube, that if you are going to Arabistan, Saudi Arabia or any Arabian country, and ask that I am going for namaz, these people will not understand namaz. Namaz is Indian word, not in the Arabian continent they are using. Anyway, so he started communicating, but unfortunately Arabs were not aware of Urdu. and Phadke was not aware of Arabic language. While that, Britishers came to this camp, and then Vasudeo Balvant Phadke was rearrested. Now he said that, okay, you can keep my body in the jail, but not my soul in the jail. And he started making fast until death. So now Britishers were giving him milk. Why? So he should drink that. But he was not ready. And finally he got weakened. He was taken to hospital, where it was realized that he is suffering from TB. And then finally, the great patriot of India lost his life. But his work was a milestone in Indian history, because the old concept, British educated, newspaper reader and government servant will be loyal, this theory was not successful. This theory is having failure because of this type of revolt. This is only one revolt in Pune, but that actually taught lesson to government. And then second theory was put forward. That is the theory of safety valve theory of pressure cooker. You are aware, in pressure cooker, you have to increase pressure in the cooker. Then obviously whistle is there. That whistle lifts open and pressurized vapors are going to escape from it. After fall of pressure, whistle will fall. But by any means, suppose whistle is not able to lift, then obviously pressure cooker will get pressurized and blast will be there. To avoid that, there is a safety valve. You can check out under the handle, a small hexagonal portion is there, that is safety valve, made up of rubber, some polymer. Because of high temperature, that valve melts and vapors escape from that side, to avoid further loss of pressure cooker. This is safety valve theory. So in India, when pressure is there, revolt is going to take place. Britishers were aware of 1857 revolt. It was a massive revolt. At that time, the British power was challenged out by Indians. Whereas, again one revolt, such a great revolt was there from Vasudeo Balvant Phadke, the great person. And then they decided this thing should not happen again. That means they didn't say that, okay, we are going to leave India. No, we want to live in India only. But we want to make something like safety valve. So if anger is there, unrest is there, person can speak and get cooled down. And for that purpose, they decided to establish a pan-India level organization that is called as Indian National Congress. The name was Rashtriya Sabha. In English, we called it as Indian National Congress. A key person, leading person in this process, that was Sir Alan Hume, retired ICS officer. However, Indians were also there along with him, and the first host was decided that should be Sarvajanik Sabha, and session was decided to be at Pune at that time. But at that time Pune was under again epidemic of that plague, and so location shifted, and this Indian National Congress was established at Mumbai in 1885. So this way Britishers implanted an organization in Indian history that is called as Indian National Congress.